Today we will get started with 6 new letters, and these are the last set of letters. After this you only have one more letter to learn, but these 6 letters we will kind of do together and see how far we get, inshallah. So today we will inshallah do our best to go through these 6. These 6 letters, let's open your page in the book where you see these 6 letters. Where you see these 6 letters.
So would it be the ironing but
Starts with Ain, Fa, Kaf. Yep, all of you got it. Very good job. All of you know Ain, right? And you know how to write Ain in the homework now. Apostrophe, correct? Let's get started on the next 6. Notice, these are the next 2 letters. Do we all see them? These are the next 2 letters. Letter Fa for F and Qaf for Q. Fa for F and Qaf for Q. Fa for F, Qaf for Q. Then you have letter Kaf for K and Lam for L.
I noticed there's no C.
Yeah.
So if you were writing my name, Craig, would you use the K?
Yes. Because your name, although C goes into Craig.
It sounds like okay.
Right, K sound. And whenever C is going to sound like a C sound, then you will use seen. Letter C.
Okay.
Right? Does this make sense so far? First letter is Fa. Please say it with me.
Fa.
It's a very quick sound, right? For letter F. Next one is Qaf. Now this sound is hard. It comes from top of the throat. It's closer to Q in English. Qaf. Qaf. Everyone say it together. Qaf. Qaf. And with Sheikh Mamdou's video, you can practice more. This week I've improved your audio page even better. It is almost 75% done now. I still have 25% work to do. So Qaf comes from the top of the throat, and it's a very important sound because next sound is Kaf. Please go ahead and say this with me. Kaf. Again, Kaf. Kaf. Very good. And sound after that is Lam. Together? Lam. Okay, now everyone together. Everyone together. Drop your pencils and totally focus on reading. Everyone, 1, 2, 3. Fa. Qaf. Kaf. Lam. Fa. Qaf. Kaf. Lam. Now I want you to pay very close attention. I'm going to put this one here, the word Kaf from English. Alright? And now again, Fa. Qaf. Kaf. Lam. Fa. Qaf. Kaf. Lam. Do you notice that Lam is flat? Lam. Kaf is flat. But this Qaf is round. Qaf. And you don't want to make mistakes because certain countries have made these 2 letters very similar in sounds and they say Kaf, Kaf. Wrong. When they say Kaf, Kaf, it's wrong. This is Qaf, Qaf, and this is Kaf, Kaf. The pronunciation is different. And as a result, when you do the Alif practice, you get to hear it more clearly. this one is F. Do you hear where the fa sound is coming from? F, right? The teeth are getting on top of the lip, lower lip, up, and that's it. No tongue is involved, correct? Up. The fa doesn't require any tongue. But aq, top of the throat, aq, it's a sound which is more subtle than calf sound. Aq. Whereas this one, notice the difference. Ak. Simple. Ak. No push. Ak versus ak. Very simple sound. Calf sound is much simpler. And then finally, al. And al, you notice where the lamb sound is coming from. Al. But your most difficulty today will be these two. Qaf versus kaf. Cannot emphasize enough. Qaf versus kaf. Qaf versus kaf. Are we on the same page? Now, when we are going to do writing practice, you're going to hear more problems. But that's why we are going to go slow and make sure we are together on this. Ready? Oh, here it is. And I need you to pay very close attention. I'll be putting this video out there for you too. So you can always review, and this is your class, so you can 100% relate. Not that a video I recorded 6 months ago or 6 years ago, where you were not students. In this video, you are the students. Okay? So notice, beginning form, the difficulty here, I'm going to tell you, the difficulty here is beginning form of both of them. I'm sorry. Beginning form of both of them are very similar. You know, I shouldn't be struggling so much with this. Both of them are very similar. What is the difference, brother Salim? Just the dot.
Single and
Right? That's the only difference. One has one dot, other one has two dots. But when you look at, this is the beginning form, right class? Right? Right? So Sahiba, do you agree?
Yeah.
The beginning form of them have a lot of similarity, but when you look at the full form, do you see much similarity? Not a whole lot. They're very different. But in the beginning form, they're very similar. So you want to be really watchful. You want to be really watchful. All good?
Is calf, is that the main form or that the start form?
This one?
No, the calf.
This one?
Yeah.
This is always a full letter. This side is always going to be the full letter, just like in the book. Just like in the book, this is your full letter form. And then we are going to the beginning now. Next, I want to compare these two, the similar sounding letters. These are similar sounding, qaf versus kaf. But when we write them, do you see any similarity? Do you see any similarity? Absolutely not. Absolutely no similarity. Only in the sound they're very similar. Otherwise, in writing, they're very different. Are we clear on that? The only situation with this letter is that its end form can be like this, or sometime, actually often it is going to be like this. Often it is going to be like this. Both are okay, but this is more common. This is more common, this form.
So you want us to write like the second?
In the end, it will be best to write it like this. This is how you'll find it in Quran too.
Okay.
So this is more common, you want to be aware of that. So now you see between fa and qaf, the difficulty is beginning form. Qaf and kaf, only the sound is similar. Letters are very different from each other. All good? Should I go to the last letter? Last letter, notice, beginning form of last letter. How similar is it to this one? Sister Munna, please tell me what is the difference between these two?
Just the line.
There's the line, right? If you miss the line, you make the whole word look like a lamb. Whole letter look like a lamb. If you just miss this stick, it becomes looking like lamb. Are we clear on that? And then lamb and qaf, are they tummy letters?
Yes.
Qaf and lam, are they tummy letters? Any letter which has tummy, any letter which has tummy must go below the line, right? Seen, sheen, all the letters which have tummy are going below the line, right? Qaf, lam, ya, all of them should go below the line. Very few people are making this mistake. Generally, everybody is doing it correctly. Whenever you see tummy, should go below the line. Is my class clear on that? So, fa, qaf, kaf, and lam. Are we all good now? And we will keep practicing. Next week we'll have to do practice and add the 2 more letters. But today I must share one piece of information which I don't want to hold, so that we get it out of the way. And that is, now since you have learned kaf and lam, I want you to know this. Is everyone ready for this? There are 5 letters in Arabic which pretty much use the whole vertical space. Alif, ta, za, kaf, and lam. Vertically, between the lines, it uses most of the space. In fact, in a thin ruled page, some of you are turning in your homeworks on thin ruled, not thin, tight, not thin. Tight ruled page, it uses pretty much all of the space. It's very important that you know that these 5 letters they use all of the vertical space. Are we clear on that part? These 5 letters use all of the vertical space. I'm going to just erase this part because I think you already know that every letter which has tummy must go below the line. Is it okay if I erase it? Questions so far? Can I answer any questions? If we had done all 6 letters today, you would have seen that after F and Q you have K, L, M, N, just like in English. In English we also have K, L, M, N coming next to each other, right? In Arabic we have the same situation. But we'll come to those 2 letters next week. There is certain level of difficulty with that which we need to learn. And you will all need to remind me that next week we need to learn a very specific rule with lam and alif. Lam and alif. A very specific rule about both of them. Please do remind me, because this rule is going to cause trouble. Part of the reason is, you see how similar they look? Very similar. And especially if you have lam and alif joining on this side, they start looking very, very similar. So next week we need to go into that discussion. This is where we will start at. Sounds good? Okay. Now, let's look at some words. Ready? Falaq. Lihaf. Qufl. That man, need to throw it away.
What's that 3rd one?
QAFL. My F is funny.
Now in our, now is QA or QU?
QU.
Oh, no, QU.
Now in Arabic, in English, a U follows a Q. Is that true in Arabic or no?
Yep.
Just checking.
Yep. And we will write them first, and then I will give you some words to write. First, we write them together. Are we ready?
Sure.
So you help me first, so your total focus is here, and then we come to you writing later.
Are you gonna go over like because we went over the beginning form and then are you gonna
Middle and end form of these letters are right in front of you. they don't have much difficulty.
Okay.
So the worksheet in your book has middle form, end form. I just wanted to discuss the difficulties. The fa and kaf looks very similar in the beginning form. Kaf looks very different in the end form. So they are already in front of you. Do you all
Yeah.
see that?
Yeah,
Right?
Okay.
So let's just use it to practice and see how it goes. Ready? Okay. So first word. Sister Muna, help me please. Falak. You notice how I say it? Falak. Qaf, qaf, qaf. Falak, not falak. Falak.
Beginning form of fa.
Beginning form of fa. Is everyone with me on this one?
Yeah.
Looking good? Okay. Next, Sister Hiba.
The middle form of lamb.
Okay, class, notice that. Lam needs to be long, right?
Yeah.
Some people are making mistakes in their homework where alif is written like this. Like this. That would be wrong. We want it full. So I want to make sure that I write lam fully, correctly. Okay? Is this looking good? The lam is going to go up. And because our general rule is that all letters join with each other. Except when you are told specifically that 6 letters don't. So lam with the, very good. Sister Nasreen, what do I do next?
This would be the end form of off.
Off, very good job. 2 dots. Does this look correct to you all? Falak. Move on?
Yeah.
Okay. Craig, get us started please.
The beginning form of lam
Beginning form of lam.
with a kasra.
Excellent. Does everyone agree with that?
Yeah.
Beginning form of lam with the kasra. Okay. What after that, Sister Sagal?
Middle form of ha.
Middle form of ha
Alif.
with alif. Do we all agree, class?
Yeah.
So far so good?
Okay.
Can I put a fatha on ha?
You can if you want to.
I can if I want
And
to.
you said that in the Quran there will be one.
There will be.
Okay, so
But my only possibility to put any short vowel on this ha is fatha. That's it, nothing else. If there was a ya here, I could have put a kasra. If there was a vav here, I could have put a dhamma. The younger brother can be used. That's it. What do I do next, Jay?
Beginning form of fa.
Beginning form of fa. So beginning form of fa because alif didn't allow to join.
Right.
But then I realized that I am the last letter. What do I do next? Beginning of fa, form of fa, what should it be changed to now?
End form.
End form. Because although I could be beginning form, but I realize I'm the last letter, there's nothing after me, so might as well use the full form. Not might as well. Must use the full form. Not might as well. Must use a full form because I'm the last letter. Okay? Fa with the sukoon. And I'm going to erase this thing in middle, the line in the middle, so that you don't get confused. Am I making sense, class?
Yeah.
We have. Is this correct so far?
So, but on the end form, the only difference I see is just you have a front tail on
The third one.
fa. So you wouldn't have the tail, so it's really the beginning, same as like standalone.
Oh, well, it is the full form.
Right, oh
The
yeah.
full form. It is the full form. The last letter in Arabic, the last letter of the word must be full form. Always be full form. Okay? So it looks, full form looks very much like the original standalone letter itself. Is class doing okay so far? Okay. Next one, Sagal. How do I start?
It's beginning form of qaf.
Qaf. Beginning form of qaf with the
Kasra, or a dumb.
Dhamma.
dam. J, what is next? Oh, actually, Brother Salim.
Middle form of fa.
Class, now you're going to see Qaf and Fa next to each other. Are you ready?
Yep.
Are you ready? So Qaf with Fa.
I kind of like it.
I know. Naughty, naughty. K-N-O-T-T-Y.
And then
Making knots. So, huh?
In form of lam.
And form of lam, but what do I put on Fa though? Sukoon. And Craig, what is the end form and letter, last letter?
The end form of lam.
Are you ready to see the lam at the end?
Yeah.
Are you ready to see lam at the end?
Yeah.
So it has to
Right
go
here.
all the way down.
Should have the
With
tummy.
with su- right,
The
with sukoon.
Qufl, which means lock in Arabic. So, Qufl. Do we all see how it is written?
Yeah.
Interesting.
For you said lamb is gonna take the whole.
Yes. But in the end form, lam will not be as much like that
Okay.
because lam has so much going down.
Okay.
So in end form though, the thing is Sagal, even if you cover all the way up or all the way top, lam is so readable in the end form that people cannot confuse it. But in the beginning and middle form, people confuse it with kaf, people confuse it with alif. Excuse me. So we need to be more careful.
For the calf, I've noticed that the end has a little S. in the middle.
Yes, I
Does
would
that
say
go?
that's like what is that? Tilde. Not tilde. Is that what we call tilde? Is
Yeah,
this
tilde.
called tilde?
Correct.
Right? So it's like upside down tilde or sideways tilde.
Alright, so does that happen for the beginning when I'm writing
No,
it?
it is strictly,
Just for the
very
end?
good question, it is strictly end of the letter thing. And end form thing, not end of the letter, end form thing. Strictly. Never in the beginning, never in the middle.
And then there's gonna be an issue with a lam and an alif next to each other because they're gonna look so similar.
Yes. And that's what I have to teach you next week. The first lesson will be, how does lam and alif work together?
On the calf, I just love calf. So can I add a sukoon on top of the tilde? Is that it?
Qaf or kaf?
Calf with the K.
You will.
Can I add a sukoon if it does come?
Absolutely. And that's what you're gonna see here now.
Okay, yeah.
Okay? Ready for it? Can everybody see this last word? Ready? Okay. We start with actually Nasreen.
Beginning form of cat.
Beginning form of kaf with a
Kasra.
very good job. Beginning form kaf with a kasra. Is class with me on this? Okay. What is after that, Brother Salim?
Ra.
Ra
Middle form of ra. I mean, yeah.
with a
Kir school.
sukoon. Do we all agree? Alright. And then Hiba, what do I do for the last letter?
The end form of the calf.
End form of kaf, and kaf wants to join with ra.
No, it can't.
Who decides?
The
Ra.
rap is out.
Ra decides. And so kaf has to be alone by itself.
Yeah. Lead with the sukoon. Hey. Hey. I like it with the calf. Calf, your noon, they're my favorite.
Are we good now? Inshallah. You only have 3 letters left, believe me or not. You only have 3 letters left, 4 actually, I'm sorry, not 3. 4 letters left. And then Arabic 1 is over. But these are some of the letters which, as more letters are added to your vocabulary, you have to figure them out for the words and the homeworks. You have to remember their sounds. So it starts getting hard. But we are almost there. Are you ready to write your own words now?
Sure.
Okay, remember I said that 1:30 I would like you to put your homeworks out. So put your homeworks out so I can take a look, and then let's write these words. I'll write with black marker because it's not very readable.
Oh my god. I don't want to redo my homework. This is what happened. I wrote it. I wrote it in the back of one of my notes. سبحان الله يا أبوك هذا إسكال. أنا خالد. أنا خالد.
I'm putting numbers next to them because I did not do a good job of ordering them. 5 words. Qareeb, Kilfat, Khalif, Fitra, Firaq. And let me take a look at your homeworks.
I sort of wrote it in my notebook, and it has like some of my notes in the back, so I can't look at it exactly. If you look at it like this. This is,
So let me take a look at them.
yeah, yeah.
Say it again,
Say
sister.
it out loud.
K-I-L. Let me write it in black.
K-I-L-F-A-A-T.
But seeing you already gave me your work.
Just done in the last one.
Okay, then I'll take a look. Alright, perfect class.